Hey everybody, where have y'all been? I've been making videos and nobody's been watching them. Just kidding. This is the first video I've made for YouTube in over 2 years. And first of all, I want to thank uh, the people, quite a few people, matter of fact, that have actually sent me messages over the years and even recently wanting to know what's going on, if I'm all right. And I've explained to those folks, what's been happening in my life for the past 2 years. And so now I've decided that I'm ready to come back and make some videos with some different changes, and I'll explain that in another upcoming video. So what's been happening the past couple of years with me? The last video I made was, I believe, in late August of 2015, and I decided to take a break from YouTube. I was going to take a week or so and then come back and continue on. And during that period of time of taking off, my mother got very sick. She was complaining one evening that she was having a hard time breathing. And at first I thought, oh my goodness, she's having a heart attack or something like that. And what it ended up by being was a blood clot in her left lung. And from the words of the emergency room doctor it's the largest blood clot that he's ever seen in someone that actually survived. And there's no surgery that they do on these. They give you them medicine to shrink these down and make them disappear. She was in intensive care for about a week and was then in the hospital for another couple of weeks. And then she was in rehab for about a month. And then she bounced back very quickly for somebody who's in their early 80s, and thank God for that. And I always had wanted to come back and started doing videos for YouTube, but also I wanted to concentrate really on her and make sure that she was always comfortable and had everything that she needed, because your parents do that for you when you're a kid, and even when you're older. If something happens, they're always taking care of you. They loan you money, and they take you in if you had a hard time. So it was my turn to return the favor. And I even stopped watching YouTube videos for a long time. And then in late of 2016, she got extremely sick then. She woke up one morning complaining of extreme headache, but right in the middle of her head, like it was like her head was splitting open, and she was having a hard time talking. And you automatically think she's having a stroke. And what it ended up by being is she had a bleeding on the brain, and which was caused, if you can believe it, by the medicine she was taking to stop her from having blood clots. And so it was touch and go for a while. They even asked me and my family that were there when she was in intensive care, what they wanted done as far as reviving her if something did happen. So it was touch and go for a while. She was in intensive care for a month, and she was in the hospital for a couple of months, and then she was in rehab for over 4 months. And she lost a lot of weight. She didn't eat that much, and it took a long time to get her rehab. And as a family, we made the decision to have her come back to her own home, because we know from talking to the doctors that people do better most of the time when they're back in their own home. Like I said, she wasn't eating at all. When I would visit her every single day, and if I brought her food, she would eat some of it. She still has therapy in-home, and she has in-home nursing that comes every once in a while. But it's a big difference of how she is now than what she was back then. She's lost a lot of her memory. I can have a conversation with her, and then she'll ask me the same thing, which we were just discussing 5 minutes ago. But that's just part of getting older too. She's now 84 years old. But also, along with that, being mainly a lone caregiver, I get a little bit of help from the family, but not much. I wish they did give more help, but that's just the way it is. You go kind of stir crazy, and you don't get out much because you have to watch her because of her age and her being so sick. And so I've been thinking about it for quite a few months, that I would want to bring back the channel again. But also I can't spend a lot of time doing it because of having to take care of her. So I'm going to bring the channel back. I'm going to make a separate video from this one, and that's coming up soon after this one, about how I'm going to change it. I've already changed the name, and you'll see the name. It's called Lead Therapy, which, you know, I've said whenever you go shooting, you're doing lead therapy. It's very therapeutic to me when you go shooting. Of course, I don't get to do it that often now that, you know, I'm a full-time caregiver. But also I have not stopped, you know, my love of the shooting sport and of guns. So I will be doing, you know, some, I'll be showing you some of the new firearms that I've gotten. And I'll just show you a couple here, you know, something like this one here, or this one here. And I actually bought my first Glock ever. And this one here, and there's quite a few more. So I hope you guys come back and start watching the channel, and look forward to seeing these. And like I said, I'll have another upcoming video explaining how I've changed the channel and changing the name of the channel itself. So thanks for everybody. Hopefully you'll stay, come back with me and watch these videos, and we'll see you in a video either later today or tomorrow explaining all that.